Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Twisted Tarot. My name is Shelby, and I'll be doing a general reading for the month of April for you. I'm also going to take a minute to review the energies that would have come up in January, February, and March. This is a brand new channel. When I started it, I had the intention of doing readings every single month for all the signs, but I was not able to do that. I work freelance, so I got to work when those contracts come in. So I apologize for setting inappropriate expectations. Moving forward, I'm going to put out as many readings as I can, but I cannot promise one every single month. If you like the style of my reading, though, please like and subscribe. Um, that way I will show up on your algorithm in the future. I will list all of the cards that I'm using in the description box below. I'm also going to leave a link for a free natal chart. If this reading does not connect with you, Virgo, you might have a different sign under your moon, rising, or Venus placements. So you can check out those readings and they might connect more. I'm going to go ahead and get started. While I'm shuffling, guys, please feel free to send me psychic energy, whatever the reason is that you're watching tarot readings on YouTube. I do not believe that time or location affects these sessions. It is a psychic space. So whether you're watching this 2 weeks or 2 days from now, send me your energies. Virgo. What is the theme for April? Virgo. Okay, card at the bottom of the deck, which is our theme for this reading, is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups talks about new beginnings, emotional fulfillment, an offer. Could be something romantic, but it could just be something that, makes you feel good. I'm going to combine that with the two Lenormand cards. We have the Lady and Mice. Now, if you are a female, this lady is you. But it can also just talk about feminine energies, nurturing type energies, nurturing intuition, yeah, that sort of thing. And mice has to do with the deterioration or the gnawing away of something. So if I combine these three cards together, there is a concern for the emotional well-being of either yourself or potentially a woman in your life, or there's something about your feminine or nurturing side that needs nurturing itself. That might not make a lot of sense right now, but let's see what comes up in the cards below. Okay, this card represents you right now, and in your current situation, it is definitely affected by the past. Queen of Pentacles is a good state to be in, very independent, very nurturing. But Pentacles, she's very comfortable in her material space. She's materially well off. She has the ability to share with others because she's so well off. Very fair, good leadership qualities with an emphasis on, being empathetic and understanding of people's situations. I want to take a look at the cards I pulled for you in January, February, and March and see how it connects to you and your current state. So January, we had Three of Swords, and that is heartbreak. It's not a very good card. So you started the year off on feeling not so good. February, there was a change. There was justice that came in. March, Ace of Wands. So this is a new idea, a new beginning, growth. So this looks like the state that you're in is you're good. You know, you went through some stuff at the beginning of the year and you feel in a much better state physically now. April, so we'll see if there's any match here. We have death. And I'm not looking at that as a bad thing. I love the death card. It means, you know, something is ending to make room for something new. Something is transforming. You're coming to terms with something. So let's see what comes up. The energy that surrounds you currently is the Knight of Wands. So this is forward moving. This is passion. This is having, you know, a lot of ideas. It might be a little bit scattered, but that's the type of energy that surrounds you right now. Passionate, forward-moving ideas. I can't tell you what it's about. You know, whether it's about your lifestyle, your love life, your work. But this is forward-moving, action-oriented energy. What is coming towards you? Page of Wands. So, you know, still in the wands, still in the action and passion-oriented energies. And the page is somebody taking on something new. They have like a student or a youthful energy. You can see this guy is climbing the side of the mountain. He's probably being pretty cautious about it, but a wands person would take on, you know, something ambitious or scary like that. So I'm reading this as something is coming towards you that might be a little bit scary, but you're going to have either the ambition or the passion or the confidence to take it on. Potential outcome for this narrative, we have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords can be read as a decision that needs to be made or indecision, but it can also be read as a diplomacy. It's like, doesn't she remind you of justice, blind justice? So there could be a situation where you need to keep quiet or keep still and let things work out around you. It could be that you need to be that mediator or that negotiator. It does have to do with a choice or balance. Yeah, I'm not seeing yet if, you know, what kind of specific situation this is about, but I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Maybe that'll tell us more. The Queen of Pentacles as Virgo in their current state. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? What is that good, security, abundant feeling that could be going on right now? Page of Wands. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Okay, the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment, new beginning, a gift from the universe. Four of Pentacles is kind of like hoarding energy or keeping stuff close or worrying a little bit about the future. And then the Page of Wands is that confident, ambitious, excited, curious, you know, student type of energy. So if I combine these with the Queen of Pentacles, if this has to do with money, then you've basically been careful. You've been really careful. And that's why you're in a good state. And you might feel right now, because you've been so careful, that you can start new things, that you're in a position where you can be a little bit more free with either your time, money, or resources. What surrounds you is the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands the energy around Virgo right now? Clarify this, please. Okay, there's something to celebrate, or be grateful for, as far as like your family or your friends or your close circle is concerned. This card here has to do with spying or silently observing, um, kind of holding back and watching how other people are doing things. Um, and then the Eight of Wands is incoming messages or fast activity. And the Knight of Wands is also fast, sometimes has to do with messages. Um, and if this is the energy surrounding you, then there's some buzz around you for sure. Um, and either you are being watched or you are watching what's going on around you. Um, yeah, looking back at, there's definitely a lot of female energy here. We have the Lady, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Um, I'm just, this is just for someone. It's not specific to the entire collective, but there might be a female in your family that you're getting news about, that you're concerned about. Either you're a caretaker, um, or something like this. Page of Wands. Why is this the energy coming towards Virgo? Okay, the Page of Wands is pretty confident and up for new adventures. But it looks like you might be sent on this adventure out of necessity. Hermit is going within, and this is actually your card. This represents Virgo. And kind of mulling things over, processing things, um, making things stick and really making a plan. Yeah, but basically going within, um, to contemplate or get ready for something in the future. And then we have the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And both of these, Wands is action, Swords is thoughts. But there's some conflict going on here. There's some negotiation. There's some miscommunication or deception. Um, and I do believe this probably has to do with other people. So this new thing, this new venture that you're going to be going on, I feel like it's out of necessity because you might take it on yourself, be a martyr of sorts, to help resolve some sort of conflict going on with people. And if that's what this negotiation is all about, yeah, you might have to be some sort of middleman, or peacekeeper. Yep. Yeah, I believe this has to do with like your involvement in, some sort of community. Doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, like two people. It could be a family. It could be like a group that you belong to, friend group, work, whatever. But clarifying the Two of Swords, I got the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. The cups are, relating to your emotional well-being. Seven of Cups means that you have a lot of options. Two of Cups is talking about sharing between two people. Um, usually it's an important relationship. And then the Hanged Man is a lot like the Hermit in the sense where you're kind of isolating, you're looking at things from a different perspective, very much like this, where you're holding back, you're kind of blinded by things, you're waiting for information to come in order to make the decision, you're trying to be fair. Yeah, yeah, I definitely think this is about you being a mediator. in some way. Let's see what the twist card has to say. Seven of Cups shows up again, and it just showed up here as potential outcome. So definitely there's going to be options down the road. Whatever the situation is, it's going to transform, and you're going to see some specific things come out of it. This might cause a little bit more confusion because it's not just one choice. There's going to be several choices, several pathways. I'm going to pull a few oracles for you. If we can get a better idea of this situation. Okay, we have the Scholar, Research and Investigation, and then the Twins, Self-Protection, Dual Natures. The Scholar, I'm definitely thinking about how you're waiting for information, you're holding back, there's negotiations going on. And the Queen of Wands is you right now. This is a very practical and fair person. And then the Twins, Self-Protection and Dual Natures. Everyone has dual natures. And if this has to do with your position in a community situation, it's just reminding you that, like, know thyself, but also know what other people are aware of. And it also reminds me of the Two of Swords. And how sometimes you have to maintain your own energy in order to make sure it doesn't affect the overall energy of a situation in a negative way. I'll pull one more card. If this is about a family situation, let's get a juicy confirmation for that, please. The Well. Where lies the source? The Well talks about the source, the beginnings of things, where you're pulling your strength, your energy, your inspiration from. I often see this as having to do with creative projects and ideas, but if this is about a family or a group situation, that group itself could be the source of a lot of things. It could be the source of good things or bad things. So I hope this reading connected with you. If it got weird, please let me know in the comments below. And again, if you liked the style of the reading and it didn't necessarily connect, check out the readings for your other placements. And yeah, thank you for coming by. I hope to see you again.